Welcome back to Weeb Gamer, the podcast where we talk about everything to do with weebs, gamers, animes, podcasts, video games.
It's been a while.
That's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I don't remember what I say, but that's okay. I don't remember what I say. You know why? Because this is the new
Oh,
and
and
improved
improved.
Weeb Gamer. We're changing how we approach
Is
things.
it because Alan's gone?
Now I really hope he watches these. But as you can see, marked by this beautiful backdrop right here.
Nice.
That's how you know this is the new improved,
Yeah.
and don't you dare forget it. Okay? So the way we've been structuring it over the past is kind of following anime, like as they go week to week.
Yep.
But then we realize that's hard and annoying.
Yeah. Well,
So, I mean, not hard.
it wasn't hard.
It's mostly annoying.
Yeah. It depends on what we're talking.
I mean, I mean, at the beginning it was fine because I don't know, like anime, like when we first started, was
Yeah.
like very thought provoking, and we were
Yeah.
trying to like figure out what was going to happen
To
and
Your
like analyze
Eternity.
characters.
When To Your Eternity started, that was like
Even VV, we were doing it
EVV, which
up until the
did not
last, up until the end.
did not end well.
But up until that point, there was a whole lot of thought provoking. We thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be great, and we were considering all these things.
Mm-hmm.
But then this last season, it's kind of just been like,
It's not been great.
no. I mean, it's like odd because it's not like I didn't actually no, I did not enjoy the season as much as I thought I
No.
would.
And it makes sense, right? Like if you have bad anime, you have bad discussions about said anime. So what do you expect?
Yeah, but I felt bad because like when before the season started,
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Oh, we got this on this day, that on this day," and I was like, "Oh my god, there's so many good ones."
Uh-huh, right?
And
That's what it
then,
felt
but like
like.
Chainsaw Man was like
That,
meh.
yeah.
I mean, like the anime itself is good. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it a lot.
Animation was good.
Animation was really good.
Yeah.
They actually made me be able to like tolerate the CG or whatever hybrid thing that they did.
Yeah.
But as a story and characters, I
Characters?
like the characters
Yeah,
actually
characters
for the
good.
most part.
Mhm.
Which is rare. I
Yeah.
would say that because it's very similar to Jujutsu, but I don't like most of Jujutsu's characters.
Really? Oh yeah. Like
I like Nobara.
yeah, me too.
I like what's the weapon girl's name again?
The Weapon Girl? That's her name, isn't it?
No, that's Hammer.
Oh, Maki. Yeah.
Maki,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say Gojo, but not really. Like Gojo as a character is fine.
Yeah.
He's not anything special.
Yeah, like
But his eyes,
size look too good. Yeah.
come on.
I know.
You know what I mean? All right. You know what I mean?
Declare.
All right. Can't argue with that. And him just being OP. I just love OP characters.
Yeah, me too.
And I honestly kind of like trying to like watch the author struggle to figure out how they can make people dangerous, even though there's this OP character.
Yeah, right? Like it's
I think.
still there's still stakes,
Yeah.
even though there's some crazy yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why when solo leveling comes,
Oh,
they did a
that's
good job
very
at that.
OP.
But they did a good job at
That's
it.
way more OP than Gojo. Oh, at the beginning though, it's actually it's very like leveled.
Yep.
Beginning is very good, but it eventually gets to a point where he's just like, okay.
Yep.
No,
Anyways,
just
we will get there. We will get
crushing
there. Probably next week. Anyways, so that's basically. I just wanted to say. So our new structure is gonna be a little bit different.
hmm
What we're gonna do is give ourselves more space to analyze and like dig deeper into this thing. So what we're gonna do is probably attack with a topic of the week, like one major topic,
Yeah.
and then we might have like a couple smaller ones,
Mhm.
like news, just like different things, like I don't know, like best fights, best characters, most sad
Yeah.
anime, like little things like that, like as we go,
Big picture stuff.
like big picture stuff. And then we're gonna try and analyze probably at least like 1 to 2 anime a week.
Yeah.
No, not two. Let's say one anime a week.
Okay. Okay.
And then more or less as needed. So, but we're gonna analyze it as a whole
Okay.
instead of episode by episode because we feel like there's more value there.
Yeah.
And this will be more evergreen content that can live for longer
Mhm.
because, like, if you're on episode 7,
Yeah.
there's no reason to watch our
Mm,
episode 5 episode. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah. And like, if it's an episode where like nothing happens and there's not much to talk about, we don't have to like go through that awkward talk.
Where we're
Just
just like, yeah,
yeah,
animation,
stuff
yeah,
happened.
yeah. We don't have
But
to do that
not really.
anymore. So yeah, what do you think? Good.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Let's get
Good
it.
with that.
New year, new us. That's just the way it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So to jump on the new year obvious bandwagon, what we're gonna do is go through our list. Best anime of last year.
Okay.
Here's how I'm thinking we should do it.
Okay. Do you have a list?
There's a long list right there.
Oh God. Can you?
But we're gonna hope that our memory saves us
Okay.
because
Where did I
this
watch the season?
this list is not gonna be easy to deal with. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I'm even going
jeez.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So here's how I think I'm gonna do it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna first,
Uh-huh.
similar to how we did with Alan back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, also Alan's not
Back in the
here.
day.
Also Alan's not here.
Oh, he's
He
not
won't
here.
be here next week either. But
Now, really? Uh.
he won't be here next week either. But
True.
he'll be back. He's not. We didn't kick him off yet.
He just
Anyway,
got a little voice issue. He's just training his little squeaky voice to get
his
better.
bloodline is weak. At the end of the day,
Basically, yeah.
his bloodline is weak. Okay, so similar to what we did then, we like broke it down in seasons,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And then I want to do an overall.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so
Do it.
let's put January.
Yeah.
We're gonna start there,
January.
or winter 2022.
Yeah, that's better.
I mean, they all start in January.
Did
That's what
they?
I mean.
It's January right now. January
I
just
don't mean.
started.
I said 2022
Oh,
last year.
2022.
God
Oh
damn it.
yeah, the year. My bad. I thought you meant
God
the season.
damn it.
I got confused.
Also, I don't know what this is because you didn't watch any of that.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
What is this nonsense? All right, here we're gonna change it up. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna change up the game. We're gonna do the best we can. Hey, listen.
There you
You might have more time to edit this week, so I can cut this all out if I want. All right.
go. No.
All right. All right.
Oh yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying.
January, back in the day, jog your memory. We had beautiful, beautiful animes such as
Mm-hmm.
Demon Slayer,
Demon Slayer.
Attack on Titan. Uh, I believe we also had. What else we had? Did we have Platinum Ending or no?
Platinum End. Yeah, definitely.
Was that in January?
I think so. Yeah.
Boji wasn't in January though, was it?
Boji.
Boji was.
That was. I think that was January. Yeah, that was
Oh,
also.
it was. Yes,
That was
Ranking
really.
Kings.
I remember because I had to take a week off work and my boss was pissed at me. So that was definitely early year.
I had Platinum End, Ranking of Kings, and I think that was all of it. Those four, I believe. Did we watch five of that? I don't think so. I think those were the main ones.
Okay. What was the other one?
Demon Slayer,
Yeah.
Attack on Titan,
Mm-hmm.
Ranking of Kings,
Yep.
Platinum End.
Platinum End. Yeah, that sounds good.
Those four.
Yeah.
If we watch another one, doesn't
We'll
matter.
figure it out.
I also watched this one. Uh, Saiboku. Yeah, I watched a couple episodes. I watched like 4 episodes.
Really? Do you know why I specifically avoided that one?
Why?
Because
It looks like
character.
Matsu. Hmm?
That's exactly why.
I figured. I
I
figured.
was like, that's giving me fairy tale vibes. Nope.
I figured. I don't know. He rides crabs. That's all I know. There's
Oh
like giant
God.
crabs or something.
Instead of cats, he rides crabs.
He doesn't ride the cat. Naruto does not ride the cat. You.
It carries him.
You're
What's the difference?
you're a
Something
bad
carries
guy.
you, is it not riding?
This existential crisis. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know, man. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't want to define things. Okay,
Yeah.
let's let people define
Okay.
it. What do you think
It's a lot like
in the
Naruto.
comments?
Let us know.
Is being carried riding at the same time, or is it different since they're different words?
This cat has wings also, so he's technically flying him.
Happy. Look him up if you don't know who he is. Anyways.
Anyways,
Oh my god.
what?
2023 and I'm still using the same words. Alternatively,
It's only been like 5 days.
I
I mean, it could be any day.
mean,
but
but what about from our last pod? It's almost a month at this point.
it has been a while.
So I figured I'd get new habits,
Ah,
learn new things.
people really change.
Obviously not. People might, but not me.
Anime that does for sure.
No. Give me
Yeah.
the four, bro.
What are the
Stop your
four?
nonsense. Oh my god, of course not Demon Slayer.
Okay, the top one. Oof, what was the second one? There's Demon Slayer and
Attack on Titan,
Attack on Titan. Okay,
Pretender Kings.
honestly, like I would have to say Demon Slayer. I've never rewatched an episode so many times than some of the episodes in Demon Slayer. It's just it was a great time. The voice acting was amazing, phenomenal. The animation was out of probably the best animation I've ever seen, and it was just. And if not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is around the time where the movie also came out on DVD release. I think it was early that year as well, wasn't it?
Maybe. I haven't watched it
Maybe,
on DVD.
might be wrong, but I waited till DVD to watch it. So like for me, like it was just it had an impact on me, and it was very good emotionally and just like visually. I mean, every Demon Slayer story is pretty basic, not too much there, but everything else that was carrying it really carried it. And for Attack on Titan, it was this season for me. I mean, there were a few good episodes, but of course we have the CGI animation, which actually wasn't as noticeable this season than the last. I didn't think. But it would have to still rank on my second of the list because it was good and there were good moments, but a lot of it was just like humans being humans and the whole aspect of like fighting titans kind of went out the window. The mystery was gone really with regards to like or just like the general feel of danger. With regards to just like random titans like popping up and just like eating you was it was kind of gone.
Yeah,
Uh,
they
ne-
killed them all, right?
yeah, they're all dead. Now it's just like a humans versus humans thing. Which side has the most human titans or shifters? And it had a great episode, which was the one where he revealed like the whole "I'm behind it" kind of episode. I thought that was really good. That was really well done. I thought that they might not have gotten to it last season, but they got to it this season, which was good. And
Are you not upset that
what's up?
you're not upset that part nine or whatever part we're on, the final season didn't start in January?
Hmm.
The last two were in January, were they not?
Yeah, I think so.
So why is it not January this time?
I don't know.
Awesome. I don't like that.
And
Make me
then
sad.
number three, I'd have to place Ranking of Kings. It was unexpected. Like you guys talked it up, and I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, this is some goofy ass animation. Like, I don't know. This looks like a kids show. Like it's so cartoony and like I couldn't see the appeal at first, but during my COVID week, I binged it and I was like I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop, man. It was just really good. Like
Best
it,
boy
it
Boji, never
yeah,
forget.
Boji, it touched me emotionally like very well.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was a great experience. I had a great time. I can't really there's some episodes I probably can't recall as well just because I binged it really hard. But
It's been a while
it's
too.
been a while, yeah. The music was good, the characters were great. There was like developments happening all over the place. Character development is just like crazy in that show. It's just like constantly occurring with every character.
Hmm.
But yeah, that one's a good one. And then last I'd place. Honestly, none of these are bad. Like Platinum End, I thought, which I would place last. Like it was an interesting experience from the creator of Death Note. It carried the same kind of just like overall like godlike vibe of like you have this much power. What can you do with it? How can you change the world? Or like just what do you want to do with your life with this power kind of thing.
Hmm.
Kind of like Death Note. It was I thought it was really good. It had its downsides. I can't remember. It's been a while, so it's hard to remember exactly. But I remember thinking that some situations were maybe not like very entertaining. Or do you remember much about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I probably remember more because I read it first and
Hmm.
then I watched it.
True.
So basically, from the point where Cancer Man
Yeah. Cancer.
he
Yeah.
dies,
Hmm.
then there's just a long. It's the rest of it's basically discussion until like the very last, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
And the discussion is very interesting. Depending on the type of person you are, if you like more philosophical discussions or just like that kind of entertainment, and that's good for you. But in terms of like physical entertainment or just like if you're entertained by how much is happening or just general anime fights, maybe not for you.
Hmm.
But it was very I like the psychological impact it had because yeah maybe the other ones didn't have you thinking as much,
Hmm.
and this one had me thinking and like wondering, and it was good. So fourth on the list, but definitely not like bad
Right.
by
But
my
also
understanding.
remember if we're doing it's the second half only.
Yeah.
which I don't remember where exactly that starts,
Me neither.
but I feel like it's after. Remember Swordman,
Hmm.
the stab in the glass building?
Hmm.
I feel like it's after that whole thing.
Yeah, Swordman was an interesting character.
Yes.
Mr. They're actually making an anime that's basically based off of like his life now.
Really?
Like like not specifically, but did you see that one? I think it's on Netflix, I think. It's called like Lookism or something.
Oh, look, is
It's
the
like
guy
basically
who
that
was
kind of
like,
character.
who's like fat and gross, and then he
Yeah.
turned. Yeah, yeah.
He
That
wakes
was
up
from
attractive.
one of the men was. I think it was from.
Really?
That's a Korean one.
Oh. Mangwe. Mangwa?
I don't know. I need to hear someone say it because I've never heard it said. In
I'm butchering it. Sorry if I'm butchering it.
yeah. That's good. So for me personally, I'm putting number one
Hmm.
is actually gonna be Ranking of King
Oh shit.
for me.
Really?
Well, one, like you said, it was just like a complete surprise.
Yeah.
Two, it was that was probably like the biggest like emotional roller coaster that I've
Oh
been
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah.
Like it was just like, holy shit, this is dark. Oh, everyone's just fine. This is nonsense. Then next week is like, what's going on? Everyone's dead again. And then it's like it was just like back and forth and back and forth.
All the
And then like
betrayals. Oh.
there were so many betrayals. Like this guy's a good guy, then he's a bad guy, then he's a good guy again, then he's a bad guy again. I was
I
like, what's going on?
I was so dug in on the big nosed mom being the queen, being like a bad character.
And then she was a good
I was
person
like,
the
there's
whole
no way I could like her. And then they making me like her, and I'm like, how? How does this make sense?
exactly, like little things like that, and how it was like there's powers, but it was like grounded, and
Yeah.
everything had like a reason for
Hmm.
like why it was going on. There's a lot of good catharsis in it,
Hmm.
where like even though the big bad Boji's dad, and like I like how they made Boji's dad like not a good guy, and it's like
Yeah.
sad, but like it's like
Yeah.
crazy at the same time, and I also how like trivial the witches like reasons were for doing everything. Like I just feel like it feels like more like human,
Hmm.
where she's just like, bro, I like died without like getting what I wanted, so like if this is what I gotta do to get it, now I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, like little things like that, and
Yeah.
then it's just how sad Boji's life is, but then he's still like so chipper, and then the
Hmm.
little shadow guy had like it's like dark, but like palatable for kids like at the same like time. It's like a
Yeah.
weird like
Hmm. It's
mix.
a very weird mix. It's a very odd balance that we've never seen before, I don't think.
Yeah, and I look forward to season two,
Hmm.
but like I don't
Wait, what?
season. Well, I'm assuming there's gonna be season two. Remember at the end, he's like, "You're a king," and then he's like, "No, I don't want to be king." And
Yeah.
then he gave it to his brother because he was gonna marry the witch. Um, you didn't remember that? That was a whole
Yeah.
emotional roller coaster where he's just like, "Marry me," and she's just like, I guess I
I
can't have your
swear
dad, so I guess
I
you're
swear
the
she's
one."
like 30 or something.
Whatever that, right? So then that happened, and then, but then
Mhm.
Boji gave it away, and then like went to the shadow guy. He's like, "No, let's go on an adventure."
Yeah.
Like, so if it turns into an adventure anime, like I can't see it being
Hmm.
better.
It's hard to visualize how it would be better. Like that's why it's hard for me to imagine the season two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't really imagine what they would go, where
No,
they go
no
with
idea.
it,
Or how it would be good.
but
But
that
surprises
makes it exciting.
surprises before. Can do it again.
Yes, indeed. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
like I'm waiting for that and Wonder Egg Priority season two wants to come out.
Why are you waiting for that?
It has to. It
That
didn't
was
finish.
okay, okay. I enjoyed it, but that was the most disappointing like oh, surprise episode that's going to finalize
Hey,
it.
don't worry about the special. Worry about the
The
actual anime
special is so
itself.
bad.
Worry about the anime itself.
Okay.
And remember how sad it made you.
It was sad, yeah.
That's all that matters.
No,
Okay?
fair, fair.
Okay. And then, so number two for me was this is a toss up. Because, like, it's a toss up between Demon Slayer
Hmm.
and Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
I don't know where I want to put each. I'm a Demon Slayer hater, so I'm going to just put Attack on Titan
Okay,
there.
okay.
Too much is in it too, basically. I'm not joking.
And he's in it too much needs to for you.
No, I'm joking. But Attack on Titan, the reason why it's not on number one is this is the first time where I was just like I really felt like there was like moments where I like fell off.
Hmm.
There's parts that didn't make sense to me, like why
Yeah.
Connie just turned into the leader for no reason,
Oh
and he
man.
was just like,
I remember reading that in the manga and being like, what is even I don't know what's going on anymore. And like you would have to wait a month for the next chapter, so you're just on in that state for like an entire month.
yeah, I could not even imagine. He literally said, "Fuck y'all, I gotta go save my mom." And
Yeah.
Armin's like, "Don't do that," and he's like, All right, fine. Let's go save the world then.
That's the same chapter in the manga. It's like it starts with like this kid. I mean, this my mom's eating this kid. Ends with we're gonna save the world. Come on, Reiner, wake up, you idiot.
So like it had moments like that, but then it also had moments like the emotional weight of like
Hmm.
watching like Connie just like friggin' like lose his mind, like having to kill his friends, and
Yeah, that
Armin
was a
like
good
losing his
moment.
mind, like having to kill his friends. But
That
then
was
also the juxtaposition seeing friggin' Mikasa just like I don't even care. Like I might have known you before, but now you're in my way.
yeah.
And then how easily she's done it. Like it probably does like weigh on her,
Hmm.
but at the same time she's just like very like
Goal
uh,
oriented.
she's like, I need to get this done.
Yeah,
So if you're stopping it, you got to get
yeah.
God. And then that whole episode where it was like her versus like Flock,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and they were both just like destroying, and I was like, that is
Shredding.
good. And
That
that
was
was
good.
the
Good
great
shit.
crescendo of Flock's character growth. And you know me, guys. I am Team Flock.
No,
Weekly reminder:
he flocks for the flock.
Flock, one of the best characters in anime history. Don't forget it. Okay?
That hair though, I don't know about that hair.
It doesn't matter about the hair. It's about the character.
Okay.
And then Gabby's like I understand she's a shoulder, okay?
I hate
Soldier,
Gabby so
okay?
much. The
I
shoulder.
understand she's a
She's a
shoulder.
shoulder.
Whatever. I understand she's a shoulder.
God damn.
I understand she is a
There
soldier.
you go.
Alright?
Hmm.
But come on, man.
What?
She has zero misses. The entire anime,
She's
bro.
got aimbot. She doesn't use aimbot. Aimbot uses her, man.
She's entire Sasha, Aaron, that random Titan in the street.
Hmm.
That one I'll give her because she shoved it in his mouth, so it was hard to miss
God
from that.
flock.
And then Flock.
Hmm.
4 for 4, bro.
Yeah, she's been training. I don't know how. The funny thing is, like, I don't know how that would help you being the armor titan, because her whole point of like of being good at that was to like be the best candidate for a
I
titan,
think
right?
it's just
Like,
like
how is aiming
I
going
think
to
it's just
be
like I think it's just be good at
just
everything.
general
You know, I think
good,
just be good at everything and get the
generally
armor
talented?
done. Yeah. Anyways,
Hmm.
and I like Flock's not Flock. What's his name? Falco like
It's a
the
titan.
armor
His
titan.
titan is cool.
I think, and I kind of like how he was like. It wasn't just I'm here to save the day. I'm a Titan now. He was like
I know.
out of it because he didn't know what was going on and all that kind of stuff. So it was like realistic and certain things like that. And I definitely interested to see where it was going, but I don't know. Like this whole like Aaron wants to just destroy the world and everyone's like trying to stop him. Like I'm hoping it gets more complex than that
Yeah.
because like if all the intricacy and political pieces and all the stuff that's been leading up to this point, just to end in like a let's destroy the world kind of thing is
I
kind of
know.
like just it's like underwhelming.
Yeah, and honestly, like as someone who's seen it, watched it, read it, whatever already, like my mentality at this point of watching it was basically, oh, it's just Code Geass again. Like it's basically
But
what it is.
Kogias is better though.
Yeah, I
Do,
know.
actually, do you think you okay? Again, you know the ending,
Hmm.
but cut that off.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Did you think at this point that Aaron's whole plan was to get killed?
Yeah. My mentality was oh this is just Kogias again. He's just like letting them like he's going to be the villain going to destroy the world, and he's going to get his friends to kill him. I don't know how that's going to help really. Because based on like what this world is, it's a very like racist. Everyone hates Eldian's world. I don't know how why that would help because like no matter what happens, they're still going to have resentment towards the people of paradise. So I'm not really sure, but yeah, the easy way out in this scenario was like, oh, uh, the obvious answer was, oh, he's like he's gonna destroy the world and have his friends kill him so that they're heroes and he's dead and now they can be happy and like heroes or something. But it just seemed really simple and like really not smart.
Yeah, but even then, it's like,
But Code, and you're right, Code Geass did do it better.
yeah, yeah. But how? Like even now, I'm like thinking about like what Aaron is and what he has on
Hmm.
the side. Like I can't think of like a logical thing that's gonna lead to his end.
A logical thing. He has too much power.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's
There's
what.
nothing that they have
Hmm.
that we've seen so far that can do anything to him at this
No,
point.
yeah,
So then, I don't know. You know the answer, so I don't want to dig too
yeah.
deep
I
into it.
won't. I'm not
But
gonna spoil
basically,
anything.
it's number 2 for those reasons. And if you don't agree, sucks to suck.
Yeah.
Anyway, so number 3 is Demon Slayer, not necessarily because it was amazing. It's literally the animation, and like I feel bad saying that, but at the same time, like if you do it that well, should you not be applauded
You should
for it?
be, but maybe the author not so much.
Don't worry about the author. We're talking about anime
I
right
know,
now,
I know.
okay? Talking about the anime, and it's like honestly like insane. Like those last few, like there was like one fight with
Ma-
Tanjiro and
Daki.
Daki,
Hmm.
and then the last two not the last two, the
Yeah,
third and second last
yeah.
episode. Those two,
Hmm.
those three episodes in total are like cinematic. Like
They're just
yeah,
amazing.
I'm like
Yeah,
wow, like I couldn't believe like what I was like looking at.
yeah.
It was next
It
level,
was ridiculous.
right? So that in itself, the fact that it brought out evoked those emotions at me
Uh
mean it's
huh.
deserving of like,
Yeah.
taking the top spot. And then finally, Platinum End. I will say though, Platinum End could have been second for me because you guys, the ending when I read it was like so
Yeah.
like
Mediocre.
yeah, I was like, what the hell? Everyone
Like
just
whatever.
dies.
Yeah.
But then when you and Alan like explained like how you guys interpreted it, I was like, I didn't get that when I read it. But you guys are smarter than me, so it made so much more sense in that way, and then I got it more and it
Yeah.
felt good and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, I enjoyed all of them again, which is this is why like 2022 overall was really good for anime
Hmm.
for me. New anime.
Yeah.
It ended with kind of a whimper, but it started with a bang, and I was ready.
Which is yeah, that's kind of unexpected. I thought the ending would be better. I thought Winter was going to be really good compared to the beginning. But
Hey, can't win them all. You know
no,
what I mean?
it's fine.
Can't win them all. Anyways, we probably spent way too long on that, but that's okay. That's a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
Hey man, if it takes up the whole episode, that's what it is. It is what it is. All right, we're in a new space. All right, so now we're in spring.
Hmm.
What did we watch in the spring? Spy Family. I actually caught up with Love Is War
Oh,
during the summer,
really?
so
Okay,
I'm
yeah, I
caught
read
up.
it.
I'm caught up. Not to the movie part. Like, so I don't know what happens after they say they.
Was the movie out?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so either.
But like, I'm not. So I don't know what happens after they said they love each other and they're gonna move wherever together.
Yeah,
So I have no idea what happens after that.
yeah.
The great, the amazing, the all-encompassing, all-powerful Rising of a Shield Hero, season two.
I forgot about Shield Hero. Oh my gosh.
Komi Can't Communicate season two. I haven't seen yet.
Oh, it's great. It's a good time. I
I
I actually I might have enjoyed it better than the first season, but it's very good. It's very good.
okay. I believe you.
Okay.
I'll get to him one of these days.
I've also watched that. Well, what's the pink-haired girl one? I watched like the first like
That
five,
one.
6 episodes. Oh yeah,
Not just a
my
cutie.
girlfriend's not just a cutie or
Not just a
something.
cutie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
Shikamori. What? Shikamori's not just a cutie.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It's hard to say. It's just like it's just very typical.
Did you watch Horror Mia yet?
No. I
You would
know.
actually like that anime.
I probably would, but I didn't like this one. Honestly, it has its moments, but I don't watch anime for the reason that this like I'm not the audience for this anime, clearly.
What's the
Like it's
audience?
weird because Comey I really like and the humor really like connects with me, but with
Hmm.
this one it's not like meant to be funny. It's just meant to be like
Real?
I don't know.
Is it meant to be like a real like love story kind of
It's
thing?
not even a real love story. Just because like the guy is so like unrealistically dependent on her because of his like bad luck. And it just doesn't work for me because I don't like animes with pathetic men.
Hmm.
I mean, it's just like
So why you watch Attack
Takamichi
on
bugs
Titan?
me.
So why you watch Attack on Titan then?
Who's pathetic in that? Aaron?
Aaron?
Not now. Is he?
It's kind of pathetic.
He? Okay, fine.
And
But
Armin.
the level of patheticness is more on the Takamichi level as opposed to that. That's still pathetic, but like lesser so.
Fair enough.
I find that one more relatable than pathetic. And these ones, it's just like, not my style. But
Fair enough.
yeah,
I'll get you. We didn't watch it. So you can rate that on your scale if you wish.
it's not great.
You can rate that. I haven't seen it. I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
And you can add Komi to your list as well since you've seen it.
Komi's good.
Right?
Komi's good shit.
We've also watched Summertime Render. First half.
Ooh, only the first half.
First half.
Okay.
All right, remember that.
First half was good shit.
Tomodachi game.
Oh, how'd you miss
Speaking of Tomodachi game, I should check how
that?
many chapters came out
Ooh,
since last time I read it.
I forgot about Tomodachi game.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay,
So check how many chapters came out.
that's a good one.
The rest, I don't think we watched. Oh, yes, we did. Hey,
Ah,
Executioner's Way of Life.
uh-huh. Oh, wait, you missed one.
Did I?
Ayo, Aoi. Aoi.
Oh, Ayo Ashi,
Ayo,
bro.
Ayo, Aoi. Ayo, Ashi.
And I think that is it.
What was the one you said on the same line as Ayuashi?
Executioner.
Oh, that one was good too.
Double checking, making sure. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
When did we watch Bubble? Was that summer?
Yeah, I think Bubble was summer, or yeah,
Whatever,
I
it's
think Bubble
fine.
was summer.
So, Spy Family,
Hmm.
Love is War.
Hmm.
We didn't talk about it during that piece,
No, we
but
didn't. We
that's
didn't.
fine.
We,
We both watched it, so we can add it.
yeah.
Love is War, Shield Hero, Tomodachi Game,
Yeah.
Summertime Render, um, Aoashi.
Hmm.
I think that's it. Six. Am I missing any?
No, I think that's it.
And then you can add
Oh, that's gonna
from.
be tough. That's a long list.
Okay. Yeah, okay. But and you did Comey, so
Yeah.
you can add Comey. But top three, because I ain't got time
Ooh.
to go through them.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Top three.
You missed one. Ooh, first one. First one. Honestly, I would say the first one was Summertime Render. The first half was really good. I really like that kind of anime. It kind of had ReZero vibes, like you die, you go back to a certain point,
Mm-hmm.
but like with a little twist. It was really good. At the time, I really liked the setting. You know, the bright beach style. I'm a hot weather guy. I like beaches.
Them
I
nice
like
cicada birds, cicada friggin' noises.
cicada noises. It's just like it feels very zen to me, as lame as that sounds to say. But it's just like a good time. It has a good premise. The story I find is really good. But it's just like it's just great. I'm a fan of like gore and like just like dark anime, and this one has a lot of darkness to it. Kind of similar to ReZero in that way. But the interesting point of this in the first half is like you can't really imagine how the hero's going to win, which is like it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing because I'm like I can't really make any predictions or theories on what's going to happen because
Mm-hmm.
what the enemy and what the main character is capable of isn't really defined yet,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just not very good. Clearly, what he does in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
he's just constantly getting killed. Uh, but the limitations is an interesting twist on it, in that he only has so many times he can come back to life because his checkpoint moves forward in time every time he
They find
dies.
that out first half or second half.
I think that's first half,
Okay, fair enough. Get
uh,
it.
but I'm not 100%. I think we figured it out in the first half because every time he came back, he was like a
Was
bit
that
further
far?
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
But overall, it was really good. I had high expectations for it based on the first half. I was really excited by it. The character animation, even character style, like it was very
It's just a hair, bro.
it's just the hair animation. Like what can you say? It's just great. Each individual strand just looked flowing like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of felt similar with how I feel about like Bleach character animation. That like everyone's very stylish, very like unique in their appearance and look, and like very attractive in their own way. And it's just a great anime in the first half for me. But on in the first half,
It's just funny.
just
You keep
clarifying.
saying in the first half, and then
Just making sure that's known because
yeah.
yeah. Anyways, the second one, Tamagotchi game, of course. Like yeah, it's just the mental. It gave me like the manipulation. It gave me kind of like a Death Note vibe with manipulation and just what other one was like that with a character who's just kind of like really smart and just plays with everyone. I don't know, but it's very dark. It's very you think, and it's good because it's like you can try to figure things out on a level that is like reasonable. Like you can figure out who's doing what. You can figure out like why things are tricky or how to solve games. Not that I did, but like it's definitely doable as opposed to somewhere it's like, oh, I'd have to be a genius to figure this out. It's
Yeah.
it's good. It's a good time though. The dynamic between the characters is interesting, and there's lots of development between everyone. And especially between with the main character because like he is not what you think, and he comes across as very differently than how he actually is.
Hmm.
If I have one complaint about it, it's just that he's a bit OP. He doesn't really have any trouble ever in
Yeah,
doing what he's
but you
doing.
think he has trouble for
You
the
think
first
he
one.
does, and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, what about this?" And he just pulls some shit out of his left pocket. And it's like, "Oh, okay." Like
Yeah.
this guy's genius clearly, but the problem that's different from like the problems of the actual games they play. It
Hmm.
has a what's that show called? Sorry, the one with the games and the guy's captured and he has to play against other people on Netflix. Don't remember exactly. It has like a
Squid Game.
Squid Game. Yeah, it has a Squid Game vibe, but
Hmm.
with like with friends. It's
Yeah.
like a yeah. But anyways, that's good. The one
That's it.
after that.
Go.
What other ones were there? Sorry.
Rising of a Shield Hero.
Not that one. That was the last.
Komi. How
Comey is
Ashi.
good. Okay. Actually, I'd have to go second. I'd have to go third.
Okay.
It was just a good time. Like I've never really watched a soccer anime before, or like
This is
read
the
any.
first good one that
First
this
one, first
exists.
one I watched.
It's
Uh,
existed.
as someone who does play sports, I did. Maybe it was more of a relatable vibe
Hmm.
to the kind of mentality he has, or just like what he thinks about how he reacts to things. It's just like it's very relatable to people who played sports. And maybe to people who've not even maybe if it's like I don't know how people who don't play sports perceive it exactly, but it's a good time. It's kind of frustrating at first to see him learning very simple concepts, but I mean everyone goes through that period, and it's just it 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 brings in emotion out of me that like I've had since just like playing sports as a kid. I mean it's very nostalgic, and you forget about how you felt maybe when like you used to play, and now you see him playing, and you're like, oh, I'm getting that like that excitement back, or just like that anger or whatever feeling that you would have
Yeah.
or you would remember having as a kid playing a sport or thinking that it's like serious and like it means the world to you.
Yeah.
It's a good time. But after that, definitely Comey. I mean, Comey is just like something you put on and you sit and you just like you're not invested and you don't want to think too hard and you just want to laugh. It's just a good time. It's very cute, but not in like an overly cutesy way because
Hmm.
you know how much I'm not a fan of overly cutesy stuff. It's not etchy. It's not like overly like stylish. It's very humorous and very relatable, and it's just it's a sweet anime. It's very pure, and if you can make that entertaining, I'm always on that side. But last or next,
I did say top three, you know.
oh yeah, you just said top three.
That's
I just wanted to make a point that Shield Hero is
good.
last. I won't go further into that, but
Whatever
for
number we
top
did,
three,
whatever the number is, Shield Hero is the last one.
whatever. Yeah, exactly.
I got you. I got you. So my list is actually the same, pretty much
Pretty
as
much.
yours.
Yeah.
I need to make a strong like line in my brain to make sure I say Summertime Rendering season
One.
one.
Yeah.
I also I'm a little biased because I'm the one who suggested it, so I feel like a little biased. I really wanted to like it, and I did. So that's a good thing. Had a good premise. It had
Yeah.
a lot of. I think the best part of the first half though was like all the mystery, all these questions, and
Yes.
how we were always like, "What if this happens? What if that happens?
Yeah.
What does this mean? What does that mean?" And we were like actually like really digging deep in and analyzing all the different pieces of it. And as we see, not all anime can do that. To
Yeah.
like actually evoke like you trying to analyze all the little intricacies, trying to figure out what's going on, what certain things mean, and trying to figure out, hey, maybe they're dropping like breadcrumbs that you need to follow to like certain spots.
Hmm.
Which I will say, we'll get to it, but like with the second half, the one thing credit that I'll give it is there isn't it is a coherent, like complete story.
Yeah.
It's not like there's nothing in it that's like for no reason kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bringing up
So it's like
to the point.
it's completed properly,
Yeah.
is what I mean. It's it's good storytelling in that way. But yeah, so that's number one. Number two, so it's Tomodachi game. Yeah, I can't deny it's Tomodachi
Yeah.
game. My only real gripe with Tomodachi game is the stakes don't really feel that high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of
What
things
were the
and
stakes? You just
just
lose money?
money.
Yeah.
They're just in debt, really.
I mean,
Which I mean, it
yeah.
is a lot of money, and it would. I would be like if I was in it, it's
Mhm.
really stressful. But in the context of anime, it's like not.
Yeah.
It
Money. Who
didn't
cares?
seem that high. Um, and like you said, like at the end of the day, This kind of like takes root more later, but like he's just never. It just makes they feel even less
Hmm.
when he's just like, "Nah, I had the issue. I had to solve the entire time. Like, that's never a problem."
Yeah.
But I think the great thing about that anime is like the other characters. Let's say, so I like having the OP super smart character,
Hmm.
then trying to figure out the angles that all the other characters are trying, and like how we had the debate like every week until Glasses Man was released, announced to be the traitor,
Yeah.
like I was trying to figure it out. Like, look, this person did this. That's
Uh-huh.
not like this.
Yeah,
He's
we were
talking a lot, so that
overanalyzing.
means like then we're like analyzing every little piece because we want
Hmm.
to figure out who the traitor is also. So like it invoking all that kind of stuff was really important, and I think that's super cool. And speaking from us who've read most of the manga so far, not next, not the next arc, but the arc after that, Chef's Kiss, Chef's Kiss, the prison one.
Yeah.
Chef's Kiss. The one after this, that is kind of that's like when it's like this is too convenient one and mad uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, same thing. So I didn't like the
Is that the
one.
one on the ship?
No, no, the ship one was after the jail one.
Was it?
It's the court one
Oh,
when they
yeah.
use
Yeah.
thing to do the
I
thing.
wasn't a fan of that one either.
Yeah.
That one was a little.
Yeah. No, the ship one I actually like, and then the whole. Actually, let's not get into it. Anyways, going and then third, I. Hey man, our list is the same. I'll put this. I'll put there simply because one, since I've watched Kuroko's basketball, I've been begging for a good soccer anime, man. So for years, I've been waiting for a good soccer anime. So it's good, animated. Okay, it's not like exceptional, but
Yeah.
it's animated decently. But I think it's the emotion it evokes that get me the
Right?
most.
It does,
And
yeah.
then like, yes, it's annoying how like he's on the best academy of this of in the country and doesn't know basic things.
Yeah.
But like the emotion of winning and losing and like working so hard to get what you want and then not working out and just like being as you said like an athlete growing up, it just like you just relate to it so much and it
Yeah.
just makes you feel things that are like too close to home. Like yes, there's other anime that make me feel, but it's also very fantastical. Like I'm like I feel it for the characters, like I relate to the characters and now it hurts because this happened to them.
Hmm.
But like when it happened in Awashi, it was like odd feeling because it was like I know
Yeah.
I can feel what he
Uh-huh.
feels, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
In that kind of sense. So that was really good. And an honorable mention, The Executioner, because that was way better than that was like one of those things where I was just like, this is good. And I had no idea. Like it looked had all the makings of super generic basically.
Yeah.
But like it did a lot of good things. And it didn't rest after its like first episode like shock where it killed
Yeah.
the what people thought was the main
Yeah.
character,
Uh-huh.
right? And then it was still able to have when we thought it was right when we thought it was just gonna be like, oh now it's just gonna be like a regular journey anime thing. It
Yeah.
still had
Still has little
still
surprises.
some surprises going
Yeah.
through there and some interesting things. Like it did enough to make me want to see like where it's gonna go further.
Hmm.
So I'll just put that as an honorable mention.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. I feel bad not mentioning Love is War because that was way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, Love is War was really good. But I mean I already read it, so
Yeah, but I also binged the whole thing, so I don't even
Love is War
remember.
was really good and you
Literally,
should watch
season
it.
3, the only thing I remember is rap, fireworks. And those are the only two things I
Yeah.
remember.
Oh my god, that rap though, that was great. That rap was really good. That's an honorable mention right there. Holy shit, that rap. Did you watch the English version of it?
Yeah, I watched the
Was it
whole
good?
thing in English.
Was the English version good?
That was
Because the
interesting.
Japanese version really was good.
It was something. When you say good, do you mean like good in context of story, or do you mean
Entertaining.
like an okay, yes. Then yes, it was entertaining.
Okay.
Alright, as long as you don't mean asking me if it was a good rap, that's a different. That's a
No, I
different
wouldn't know good rap if it hit me in the
conversation.
face. But
All right, we're getting very deep
okay,
because you have so many feelings. It
I do
seems.
have lots of feelings.
Right? So we're gonna have to do this quick.
Which one? Oh, this shouldn't be
Summer.
hard.
We're gonna have to do the next two like mad quick,
Okay, okay. I'm
right?
probably won't have trouble with that since this season has been
Because
going
I
down.
said we have an hour
This
cutoff.
year's been
We
going
have like
downhill.
literally 10 minutes
Okay,
to do the
okay.
next
What do
two.
we
All
got?
right. All
Clearly,
right.
we got Vampire One, which is what's it called?
Call the night.
Call the Night.
Elite
Classroom of the
classroom or
Elite.
whatever.
Classroom of the Elite. Oh God damn it!
Licorice
Licorice
recoils.
Recoil. Oh my God,
Made in
Uncle
Abyss. I
Osama.
haven't watched. You watched.
It's
You
a guy
watched what?
Uncle. Whoop!
You watched Isekai Uncle. I've seen 4 episodes of Devil's a Part Timer season two,
Oh
by
my
the way.
God, my stepmom's daughter is my ex. Oh my God.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. And
The
then I
other
think
ones
the
I don't
other ones
recognize.
was just continuations of
Oh, like Summertime.
Summertime.
Yeah. Is
Was
that
that
it?
it?
Oh man, you passed
And
on one.
Awashi.
Ayashi. Okay, okay. Is
Yes.
that it?
Completion. Yeah, because that's four, five. One, two,
All right.
three.
So
Yeah,
you're
four,
gonna see
five.
some bumps.
All right,
So
let me go first this time.
okay, yeah, you go first
Because
since you're not sick of talking.
you are a winner.
Oh, thank you.
Anyways, so number one,
You don't even remember what you just read, did you?
I'm forgetting what. Or licorice.
Yeah.
This is hard.
Yeah.
I guess Awashi
Yeah.
would be number one.
I was gonna put
I
that too.
guess
Yeah.
Ashi would be number one. My only real gripe with this season again is the annoyance.
Yeah.
But that last game was too long.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
The last game that it was too long. But again, invoked the same emotions. It kept going. It stayed strong. It didn't really fall
Mm-hmm.
off like season to season. And this is where we got like a lot of like revelations where the whole first half they're like, yo, he's gonna be a striker. He's trying his best to be a striker. And
Yeah.
then literally as soon as the season started, coach was like,
Oh
nah.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, coach was like, nah. And then try seeing how they were able to like establish him as a left back
Uh-huh.
while also still keeping it like entertaining was impressive.
Yeah.
It's hard to make left back entertaining. Not because it's not an
Uh-huh.
entertaining position, like I've played it before. Playing it is one thing, but like
Yeah.
making it
Entertaining.
palatable for the masses is difficult.
Exactly.
So the fact that they're able to do that is really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Number two for me actually was probably Classroom of the Elite. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember what happens. I just remember Iona Koji, main character. This is when he's finally like, listen, sometimes to make things happen, he's another OP character, but usually it's with his mind. But then all of a sudden he's friggin' physical too, bro. And
Yeah. Oh
he's like,
yeah.
he's like, you want to come out with
Yeah.
your violence?
It's like come at me, bro.
Let's do it. And then I was like, whoa. And and like the level of like uncomfortableness he can make me, where he's just
Yeah.
like I will do some things to you, lady, if you're not careful. And then she's just like, well, I guess I gotta listen to him now. Like little things like that, and how he's like so like distant and unemotional and able
Yeah.
to use people, but also getting like little snippets at like, ooh, he has like some things in his past that can make him tick. And I
Yeah.
wonder if people are gonna be able to exploit that later on and like
Mm-hmm.
where this is going kind of thing. And then like it was, which is interesting because the whole concept was the worst class trying to be the best class,
Yeah.
and he was very invested in that until the point where he wasn't, and they were still able to make him relevant and being able to do stuff
Yeah.
even though he had no goal really.
Yeah, he really didn't. But he was kind of blackmailed into it as
Yeah.
well. So I kind of put like a fabricated goal in but,
So I liked it for that. And then finally, um Summertime, probably number three.
Summertime. Yeah, I'd say that too.
Probably number three. And it did, again, it had a little fall off,
Yeah.
and then it got really good again in the middle. And then the end, I was just like, so everything was pointless. Basically, listen, there's no spoilers. I mean, there is spoilers, but like, come on, we're in a new year. Watch
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? At the end, he's like, hey, we're just gonna go back in time and stop anything from ever happening, so everyone was alive.
Yeah. Oh my
But then
God.
also,
Reset button.
he just went back still. So then he got to be friends with everyone. His parents are back. Everyone is back. Everyone is fine.
Yeah.
No issues. And then so all the emotions that brought me through, which it did bring me through a lot of emotions, and it was good.
Yeah.
Watching freaking Hammer Lady die was
Oh yeah.
that hurt.
Her fight was good too. Yeah.
Yeah, and that fight was good. That was definitely a high point. That point in the season was really high. Discovering that the guy was the shade.
Hmm.
The priest guy was the shade the whole time
Yeah.
in that season where he freaking speared he
Oh,
speared
that was
Shinpei.
such a good slow spear.
Yeah. The
Oh man.
spearing Shinpei, the fight, and then that final thing where they had that whole plan where they punched him and then they broke him down and then he was like alive. And I was like, that's a good scene. It was after that where I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
When they went into the
When you
Shadow World.
that
When they
was
went to
dumb.
Shadow Realm, it got dumb.
That was a dumb
But
moment.
before the Shadow Realm, it was good. It was like slow at the beginning, then it got good for a lot.
Mm.
And then after the
The
Shadow
shadow
Realm,
realm.
it was like, oh. The end part, it fizzled out a lot during the
Yeah, it
end.
did. It did.
But I liked it a
You
lot.
gotta love them.
At the end of the day, overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, your turn.
Oh, I see what you did there. Okay, yeah, so the first one I have to say what was the first one?
I picked Awashi.
I picked the same as you. So
Okay.
yeah, Awashi. Yeah, it was good. It had its great moments. He was starting to learn things that were a bit more on the advanced level. Maybe, uh, like not so much for some people, but it was at least more like, oh my God, you didn't, you like it was less like, oh, you didn't know how to do that kind of like reaction to things he was learning. Like, oh yeah, like one touch passing. Oh. Anyways, it was very good. You could finally get to see him, um, maybe like go through some more emotional toll as a player. Being switched to defender was clearly not something that he wanted, but was definitely something he would be good at based on his talents. And I mean, I think everyone's been like that. Like whether you've been put on like the second line as a from the first line, or whether you've been switched positions, like it doesn't feel good at first. Like if it's not like within your mindset or goal set, but like once you get into it, maybe it would be good for you. Who knows? It's just a new experience, right? I'm and they were able to. I think the best way they were able to tie that into just still being entertaining is that he's basically still doing the same kind of stuff. He's still seeing the field from like an eagle vision kind of perspective,
Mm-hmm.
which wouldn't have changed, I don't think, either way. But just more so about like whether he's the one scoring the goals and like or like what he's capable of. He's still creating the plays, which I think is what keeps it entertaining, and he's still being like a part of them.
Yeah. I
Um,
also like how he still had the desire to score,
yeah,
like as it
exactly,
went on
exactly,
too.
right. And you should be like, if you're a player that wants to win, you should always. I mean, it's almost like Blue Lock with the ego thing. Like you should be thinking about like how you can provide for the team and how you can score goals. Like that should always be on your mind, without any doubt. But yeah, Blue Lock. If there's anything I would say against it is yeah, the final game it was a bit too long, and I think that they really built up the team they were playing at the end, and then they figured out like one thing. Like this team was like smoking
Yeah,
other teams
they weren't good.
like ridiculously, and then suddenly Ayoashi's team gets one goal scored against them, and then they're like, "Oh, I figured out that if I can just do this, I'll score a goal like every single time." It's like,
Yeah, it
oh,
was disappointing the
yeah,
fact that their entire game plan was just run a lot
hmm
and then pass to the
basically.
striker.
And then the guy who never scored suddenly does these like backflip goals, and it's like, okay, I guess so.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, if it was
Yeah.
that easy, you should probably start doing that before because for some reason before that they were losing games to nobody teams, and
Yeah.
they never explained why. It was just like, oh, we've lost 3 of our last 4 games, and it's like, wait, what? When did that? Why? Like, what teams are you playing? What are you guys doing? Who knows?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that progresses if there's a season 2. But it was definitely enjoyable. Second season, I would say, the same as you, summertime. That was the second one, right?
Summertime is three for me.
Shit, what was second?
Classroom.
Classroom. Okay, yeah, same. Classroom would be second. It's again, it's just very smart. It was the island season the first season or second season?
Which one?
The island season?
I don't remember.
The
No, that
island
was the
part.
first season. I
Okay,
think.
okay.
I
Well,
think.
second season,
I think.
there's lots more into like him really competing with Class
I just
C.
remember beating up the guy in the tent.
Yeah,
That's all I
the
remember.
fight was very good. Maybe it was a bit. I mean, I don't know what the main character's weakness would be if you ever came across it, but clearly, Class C was just like too easy for him because he kind of just swept them.
I just like his brutality,
I like
where
his
he's like
brutality
he's
too.
literally like, I'm not even here to like
Nah,
kill you or nothing. I'm gonna
yeah,
keep hitting you till I see the fear in your eyes, and then he's
exactly.
like, I'm good now.
I, I
It's
think he's a good character in that he's kind of dissociated with what he's doing all the
Mhm.
time, and it's like it relieves you from. It's not relatable, but it's kind of like, oh, I wish I could just like
Be
separate
that.
myself from things like that once
Yeah.
in a while, you know? Like he just does whatever he wants. Thinks from a completely objective standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
He's also a genius, which I mean, okay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we're not like that, but that's less relatable.
You know
Whatever.
what's weird about him, I would say?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, those old like literary devices in English class where it was
Mm-hmm.
like the id, the ego or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally the id,
Yeah.
but it's weird because he's like an egoless id. Like him
Yeah.
himself doesn't have ego,
Exactly.
but he still acts on like pure just like ego instinct. I'm the best,
Yeah.
but
Like he
without
knows it.
having that. You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
And there's a lot of mystery with regards to his past, which is I think is very interesting. Hopefully, it's not disappointing. But I mean, clearly he grew up in some kind of like genius facility where they just constantly trained you or developed you in a way
Mm-hmm.
that would benefit whatever government or system that was or society or organization, whatever. But yeah, I think he just takes what we want him to do and takes it to the extreme, which is very entertaining. It's very so yeah, definitely number two. Definitely number two.
Number two.
And I had watched the first season and the same season because I hadn't watched the second season when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a fun journey. He's definitely a character that was enjoyable to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Uh third was the other one I said, which was Summertime Rendering. Oh, second season. Oof. Honestly, the second season I thought started, or sorry, second half of the first season started pretty well. It just kind of built on what we talked about in the first season, just
Oh,
like
is that
general
is
entertaining.
that when they had the like the fight on at the school and then they got
Yeah,
fired?
yeah. The fight at
So
the school was
start
very good.
so
That was a
started
very good
good.
part. It was very smart. It was very entertaining. It was very, it gave us some insight into like, oh, what can the main character do against these kind of like enemies because he seemed powerless at first when we watched the first season and then
Mm-hmm.
in the season it was like he's being smart, he's thinking, he's giving us ways in which he can win, which was and he took some power back because
Mm-hmm.
he just got schooled like the entire first season. He just got killed all the time. Just fodder, just complete cannon fodder.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely took it to them in the season, which was good to see. But again, we were kind of worried about how they would finish this, just because it's hard to win a losing battle sometimes when without bullshit, and it seemed like they brought a little bullshit at
Brought
the
a
end
lot
there,
of
a
bullshit.
lot of bullshit. And it was like, it sucks because you kind of want them to surprise you in a way that would make sense to you, or at least be satisfactory, but they kind of went off the rails. And I mean, it happens, and it doesn't overwrite the good times we had up until that point, but it does
Sour it a bit.
definitely places a shadow onto it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A shadow, huh? Funny. But yeah, overall, it was honestly, the first half was good. If the first half, if it was just the second half in terms of quality, I probably wouldn't have liked it very much. But at least it had the first half to carry it.
But the hard part about me saying that is like the highs of the second half
Hmm.
were so much higher than in the first
I
half. It just had a
know.
lot lower lows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, the fight in the school was very good. It was very good.
The fact, think of it this way: the fact that we were at a cottage
Hmm.
trying to have fun with friends,
Yeah.
but we were like,
Yeah.
no, I need to see Shinpei get speared
Need to see
instead.
it. It
I
had great moments. Great
would say
moments.
that.
And the second the bad guy referenced Final Fantasy VII, I was like, ooh,
And
Alex
I was
Cash.
saying, like, I was pleasantly surprised with his rationale. He's just like, bro, I can't live forever, so might as well just end the world
Yeah.
because that's what I want. And I'm
Taking
just
it with
like,
me.
I was like, hey man, I'm kind of. Oh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Sorry. His hockey game is behind us. He just did something cool. He's basically friggin'
That was soccer
the
shit.
white haired guy
Yeah,
for playing.
Nagi.
Yeah, Nagi,
That
bro.
was Nagi
He
right
just
there.
Nagi'd the puck. Anyways, where was I? I don't even remember where it was. Oh, I just
Uh,
like the simplicity of it
yeah,
because like so many animes, like even though like they try so hard to
so
give
far.
bad guys some like super complex backstory,
Yeah,
and most don't do it well.
no,
When it's done well, it's done well.
yeah.
But like most, it doesn't make sense at
Honestly,
the
some
end.
people are just evil, and like that's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need, bro. That's it. Not everyone needs to be like super like complicated and
And
nuanced
this
about
guy's
it.
just
So
like an ancestral pool of himself with some kind like he it makes sense that
it's
he's messed
him and
up.
his mom just keep birthing himself.
Seems-
that's
I don't understand it, but that basically sums up season
that's
two for
great.
you.
Also, I will say I want an honorable mention for friggin' Spring Spy Family season 1. It was fucking great.
Was that the
I just
yeah?
forgot.
Spy Family was great. Spy Family was good. Yeah,
I will say this last season I stopped after like 4 episodes or something like
yeah.
that. But the first season great,
First season's good. It leaves lots of questions.
and it was
Lots of
and second season was great for one episode. That one episode, that bomb episode, was good. My only issue with that episode is Anya talk way too much.
there's lots of talking.
Her voice is annoying.
It gets a little bit too focused on
Anya,
the relationships, and Anya is the main character. I don't know what
yeah,
else.
but she's good as a side character, but she's
I
like
know, I
there
agree.
as like a
I'm just saying now
foil.
she's the main character.
But she talks so
I
much. I
know,
don't
and
like it, and her
honestly,
voice is annoying as
it's
hell.
annoying. There's only so much Anya you can take, and I understand people think it's cute, and that's great.
And
And
Yor has had no character growth whatsoever.
your is just
She's
that's
exactly the
it's
same.
exactly the
I
same.
think that's the issue. I think everyone's just exactly the same, and there's just
Yeah,
been no like progression in the story. Anyways, we'll get
yeah.
to that when we talk about the fall anime that we have to do super quick now.
Okay.
So we had Chainsaw Man, Spy Family that we
Oh my
talked
god.
about. Czech Republic just tied the game, and Canada messed up because they were almost winning. They almost got to the end, and then they messed up. Anyways, so Chainsaw Man, Spy Family, Blue Lock. I personally watched My Hero,
Okay.
Bleach, um, Eminence in Shadows or whatever of a Shadow, friggin' To Your Eternity, uh, Mob Psycho. I've seen most of it. I haven't finished it.
What was the
Um,
second one that you said? You said Chainsaw Man and
Spy Family
oh,
season 2. We did start it, so you can
right,
mention
right,
it.
right.
Oh, oh no, I forgot.
Ice Guy Uncle.
I haven't seen it.
I
That's
know.
up to you.
I saw it there.
That's up. I know, but that's up to you to talk
I
about. I
know. I
haven't
know.
seen it. Oh, also summer. I think that's when Bubble came out.
Bubble.
Bubble
Bubble.
was meh, but animation was some of the best
Oh,
all year. I'll tell you
Bubble
that.
and the
It looked,
music
yeah, it was
and
some
the
best all year.
what was that? What's that battery called? Oh,
What?
damn it! What's it called?
What
The
are
one
you?
with the rabbit. Energizer bunny
Oh,
music. Was it Energizer? I don't even know.
the one
No,
with the.
Duracell.
the
Duracell. Duracell. God damn it. The Duracell theme song. They made a movie out of it.
oh my goodness. It was very, very beautiful. Like the type
Oh,
of, it's like the type of movie where if it was like live action would like win like Emmys or not
yeah.
Emmys or Oscars or some shit for
Oh,
like artistic expression. The story itself was like, it wasn't bad. It was just very predictable and
yeah.
like normal,
Yeah.
but beautiful, very, very beautiful watch.
Oh, yeah.
An interesting world. Like the world they built
It's a
was
very,
interesting.
yeah. Parkour world.
Yeah, parkour, parkour.
Basically just became the Little Mermaid again.
Mhm.
The anime, like, what is with you, Japan? You make a lot of,
How do
Little
you know what?
Mermaid based anime
How do you know
movies.
which came first?
What? Definitely Little Mermaid. I don't know. Okay, maybe Little Mermaid was based off a
I don't
Japanese
fucking. Yeah, I
like
don't know.
folk tale. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
But Ponyo,
Fall,
Bubble,
fall.
Fall,
Top three.
Chains. Wait,
Top
what?
three.
Chainsaw Man?
There's one.
Okay, good. Yeah, Chainsaw Man definitely. Honestly, Chainsaw Man was just honestly like I think it was overhyped. I hate to
Yes.
say it. It was really good. It's my favorite of the season. I think it was overhyped a little.
Yes.
I do think that the animation was very good. The CGI did bug me a little at the beginning. But the oh sorry Alan the mixed CGI was I don't know what it was
Hybrid, whatever.
hybrid CGI. They made it work eventually. I did like it. The main characters are very unique and I do like them a lot and they're unique in the way that they're just like they're not like normal like superhero anime like main character. They don't have that personalities. They're more like objective, carefree, just separated from their emotions, kind of. Do what they want. They don't really have many attachments. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have the usual MC, like oh I want to save the world or whatever. They just do what they
Mm-hmm.
want. It's refreshing. It's good. Um, especially the main character. He's very. There's lots of entertaining little just entertaining funny moments. It's good. It's good. I do like it a lot, and I hope that they keep making them because I'm going to read it if they don't.
Yeah, they got one season. If
Okay.
March they don't announce season two, I might
I
just.
feel like they should have had 24 episodes. Honestly, not a lot happened. There wasn't a lot that happened. There was some stuff that happened, and it was good, and it was well done. But I wish they had the 24 episode season because that would have done good. It would have been hard with the animation, and Mappa just has their hands full with everything, literally everything. But um, number two, I'd have to say Blue Lock. It's just AO actually got me into the soccer anime, and then Blue Lock pulled me in even more. It's just it's really good. It takes another kind of like view on another story. The story is much better than Inuashi, I would
Hmm.
think. Just the competitiveness, the like do or die kind of scenarios, which I'm really into. Um, and of course, it brings the athlete's perspective into everything again, the athlete relationship,
Hmm.
and it really relates to people who've played sports before. I will say it is a tiny for soccer. I would say it's a little bit unrealistic in the things they do. I don't know. Maybe this is just talking to someone who doesn't play soccer, but some of the things they do, I'm like, okay, come on, like you would have to be an all star to do some shit like that. Like,
I
and
will say
yeah,
everything that happens
hmm
is possible.
definitely possible. But is it like practical?
Probably not, but it's possible.
Yeah, and it makes for a more entertaining anime. It does it's less realistic than I would like it to be. I feel like Aoashi is a bit more realistic in that
Yeah,
aspect.
yeah,
Maybe not the backflip kick because I don't know why he did that one in that one episode, but
it's possible, bro. You can do it
it's possible. But I like why not just I don't header it? I don't know,
because you
but
want to be fancy, man. Leave him alone.
but in Blue Lock, it's definitely a good time. You definitely there's lots of character development. There's a lot more. I feel like there's more just mental growth in it than with
Hmm.
Aoashi. It's quicker. It's on a higher level. And the characters are just very very well done.
Yeah.
Good designs. Good lots of sorry what's it called stressful moments. I don't know what to call them. Sorry, I can't think right now. But yeah, it's a good time. If you like soccer, watch it for sure.
If you
And
don't like
then
soccer, still watch it
if you
because
don't
it's
like
great.
soccer, still watch it.
Because it's
And
great.
then last, I would have to say, and I still place this above the others, but for third for me, Bleach. I am biased against disliking Bleach. I love hating Bleach. I love it. And this is someone who grew. Bleach was my first manga that I ever bought.
Hmm.
I loved Bleach up until the past the Aaron Carr arc, and then it just went downhill. And like I don't know, maybe I'm just obsessed, but I either hate it or I love it. I love doing either way. I'll hate you or I'll love you. I don't know.
Hey, man.
Either way, I'm good.
I agree that Bleach is horrible, but no matter what, it's entertaining.
This is entertaining, and
I accept Yamamoto's
I
episode.
knew you were gonna say that.
The episode was dirt.
Oh my god, yeah, Bleach. You gotta. I mean, I was hoping the anime would change the manga. Maybe it will still. I actually thought the manga was actually decent up to a certain point. It hasn't reached that point yet,
Okay.
but the animation in the new episodes, it's a big twist on how it used to be. The pacing has grew a lot. Some cases it's better, some cases it's worse. But it's definitely nostalgic for me. I like Bleach. I'm familiar with it.
Hmm.
I like to dislike it. What can I say? Sometimes I'm a hater.
What I don't like about Bleach is, um, I don't know. Like Bleach is the only one where like it'll like make
hmm
characters and then like do a backstory. I'm just like I don't care.
That is
It's
Bleach.
literally
That's
the
Bleach.
only anime I can think of where they give me a backstory and I literally say I don't
Yep, I
care at
agree.
all. Mm.
Taikubo, you make good character designs, but you have too many characters, and you need to focus on less of them. Nobody cares about these random ass characters you're in backstories for. Like people say like, oh, he was wasn't given a lot of time to finish the manga. He had so much more he wanted to do with the manga. I'm like, dude, he was focusing on characters nobody cared about. Maybe that's why he got canceled. Like he spent so many chapters on nothing. Like if he had such little time, he should have used it better, or at
Yeah.
least he should have like tuned into why he was being canceled. Because there's a lot of this arc was considered the worst arc of Bleach, and
Okay. Good. That's good
like
to know.
like people are hyping up the anime, and the anime is it looks very good, and it's entertaining, but it's not the best
I
arc.
will say
It's the
if we're
worst arc.
talking about anime only aspects of it, it's great.
Yeah, it's great.
The source material has issues.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Anyways, mine, I
Oh yeah.
agree. My
Sorry.
list is exactly the same. You start with Chainsaw
You're gonna
Man.
pick Bleach?
Super fun, amazing. Everything is great in that anime. Story wise, meh. It's literally all characters that's driving it for me. Characters, animation, I
Mm-hmm.
think, which is a big thing because like a lot of animes, like it's I struggle to like enjoy like a lot of
Yeah.
anime characters, but like
Power.
this like actually thing. Power I love.
Yeah.
Denji was like uncomfortable at the beginning, but then I'm just like, yo, I just love this guy. He's just like so simple, and he's
Right?
just like, bro, like my life is sucked up into this point. I'm just trying to eat toast and touch some boobs, bro. That's all I want to do. Like, what's so wrong with
That's
that?
Denji.
And then I'm just like, that is like, it's kind of like a, you know, it's hard. It's like rough to say childlike innocence because
Yeah.
like it's adult stuff that he
Mm,
wants, but it's like a childlike innocence where he's just literally just like, this is what I want, this is what I'll do anything for them. Like
yeah.
they might seem simple to you,
Mm,
but like you've probably had these things already. I've only been left to imagine these things. I never thought I'd even get this far.
yeah.
So I'm gonna just enjoy it while I'm here. And I like even like when he's like in death's door when he was doing that training, he's literally just like, bruh, like I was only here to like because I could eat
Right?
toast, bro.
It's like life
This
isn't
is gonna
fun
make this
anymore.
real annoying. He's like, this is gonna be annoying now. And like I was like little things and like the relationship between Denji and Power, like their
Mm,
little like on screen times together are
right?
great. Like even the last episode when they come out the elevator and then Power and then Denji's like, okay, don't say anything. Power's like, I'm Power because but and they did this really well because they made Power seem like this like larger than life person at the beginning,
Yeah.
but then like as it went on, you realize she's a pussy. She ran away from the katana guy,
Yep.
and then the elevator. She literally is like, "Oh, I know I can beat these guys, so
Right?
I'm not even gonna keep going. I'm gonna just go slice these people up."
Hmm.
Right. So then she went and did that, and she's thing. And then the best part is she's like, "Back me up, Denji. We got this." And he just stayed in the
Just
elevator and
like
just kept going.
yawning.
He just kept going, and like their little like back and forth is great, and then
Yeah.
Aki's a great foil for their like
Mm.
nonsense and tomfoolery
Megumi.
where he's like, yeah, 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 basically. Um, so that's great, fun time, and animation is great. The last fight, I like the last fight. I like when fights aren't just like, "Hey, I'm stronger than you" kind of thing, but
Yeah.
like they have to get like smart, and, like innovative
Yeah,
kind of thing.
exactly.
So that's the only reason he won is because he was like he used his brain
Exactly.
in that kind of
Hmm.
sense. Bro, obviously he kept his glasses from the last episode when he learned training. And then he kept his glasses. So he was smart. And it's just like brutal in the sense where it's like there are like little pieces of it where like that one kick when he was like doing the training
Yeah.
where it was probably like this show has guts. It has people getting
Oh
sliced in
yeah.
half,
Uh-huh.
but him getting kicked in the jaw and just like listen to his neck just like
Oh
snap.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, I went like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like that little things like that were just awesome. And this is probably the anime that probably made me the most uncomfortable. Like I think
Really?
it got me.
Oh yeah. That one episode. Yeah.
There's two of them. There's two of them.
I okay, the
There's
barfing in
the
the mouth.
Makibus scene and then the
Oh
barfing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Actually, the barking scene was kind of weird too,
Okay,
to be
the
honest.
barfing scene made me so uncomfortable that I posted a picture of my reaction to it to the wrong group chat, just because I was just like so out of it. I was I was like, oh shit.
Oh my
Posted in
god.
my hockey group chat, probably wondering what the fuck am I doing? Like half of them don't even know what anime is.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was crazy. And then the worst part is um, the reason why the barking scene I think got me so much is because it
Yeah,
was episode 2. Like
I know,
I didn't
right?
know where this anime was going at all.
And you had like three other episodes of
Yeah,
dogs
that was just
going
weird.
on.
That was a weird coincidence.
Weird coincidence.
Let's eminence of the shadow. We'll get there. Anyways, so Chainsaw Man, great,
Yeah,
amazing. We'll do an episode I think where we can actually break it down all the way. But
yeah,
I enjoyed it a
it's
lot.
a good time.
Number 2, Blue Lock. I agree. It just kept doing, and now that I think about it, I don't think it's like super like unrealistic. It's just very. It is impractical. Like you wouldn't see a lot of like players doing some of these things like how what's the white hair guy's name you just told me? I forgot.
Denji.
No, the white hair guy. Blue Lock.
Oh, Blue Lock, Nagi.
Nagi, right? Nagi, like him like using his back like that and like doing those like weird things. Like it's like impressive to watch like
Yeah,
doing and I just like the ego aspects where everyone's just like, nah, I'm gonna be the best. I don't care. Where even the main character, like they give him the like I'm a nice guy persona and then like literally as soon as he's given one opportunity to be like, I'm not gonna lose, then he just literally just his best friend, bro. He was good at the kid was good and he was being nice to Yoichi the entire
yeah.
time. He's like, I'm gonna kick this ball right in your face. And then he did it. And then even as he's like making friends and
Yeah.
like being like we should work together, even as he's doing that, he's still like, this is up to a point at
Hmm.
this point. And at the end of the season where he's like, I need to wait for my team. He's just like, nah, this kid's good. I don't give a shit about them anymore. I
Yeah.
want to work with this kid because he sparks my fire.
Right?
And he has like this like super instinct where he's like, nah, like if you like stimulate me and like spark the fire in me, that's just how it is gonna be.
Yeah.
And then he's so I like that piece of it where it's like super egotistical, so you
Yeah.
don't really know what's gonna go. Like you can like think of certain things and stuff. And I like how they were just like, nah, we were joking about you guys being at the bottom. Like you guys are actually the best because I could only like if the players that they were showing, I was like, no way these guys. I'm like, well, who's number one? Like how what would number one like
Yeah.
actually be like? That would have been astonishing if they were in the worst building, and then they would have to go like friggin' four buildings up. Like number one would have to be friggin' God.
Wait, did he say that?
Don't you remember like after they finished the tournament? He's like, "Oh, I was just joking with you guys. Like, there's only one building. There isn't any other buildings."
I missed that.
You,
How did I miss that?
that was the biggest piece of it. And then
Oh.
all their numbers change. That's why in the last episode, that guy's number one. He was there
Oh.
with
I
the
thought
rest
that
of
was
them.
just because
Like
that's
Nagi's like seven or
I
something.
thought that's where they finished doing that challenge in that building. Oh, there's only
Mm,
one building?
yeah, those are the
Oh,
best.
that's so weird. Oh, that just you just blew my mind right now, man. You just blew my mind.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. I don't know how
But
I missed that.
yeah, I don't know either.
I
But
don't know how
I'm
I
just
missed that.
saying that makes it better because
Whoa.
like they would have like listen. At the end of the day,
Hmm.
I'm all good with the get better at the game
Yeah.
story, but him somehow overcoming
That's what I was
friggin'
thinking.
350
Yeah.
people
Or just
is
like
not.
this is number 200 and something and he's doing these things. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Then
what is number
what,
one?
yeah.
Like, what the hell? Is he going to do like super cycle, like backflip, like constant bicycle kicks to himself and then run across the field, do another bicycle kick? Like, I don't
Exactly.
know what kind of crazy skill these guys have.
Exactly. So
That makes
he
it so much better though.
yeah.
Oh, good job, Blue Lock. Good job.
But yes. So I'm excited for season two, basically to say the least, and then we'll see where it goes there. And again, that's another one
What?
where after seeing the animation, I
Hmm.
realized I don't need it. So you better announce season two quick, or I'll read that. Anyways,
Yeah.
so then the final one, what was it? Bleach. I'm a Bleach too. Hey man, I'm a sucker for nostalgia, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm totally expecting Attack on Titan to suck at this point, but I waited 12 years. Like, I can't stop at this point. And it's the
Yeah.
same thing with Bleach. He finished in like 2011, 2012, or whatever. It doesn't matter how much it bad. It sucks. I wanted
It's just
it
not
to
good.
continue 12 years ago.
Yeah.
If you're going to continue now, I can't say no now. My friggin' however, how old was I in 12 years ago? How old am I now? 14, whatever I was then.
Oh yeah.
13, 14 myself, he'd be very upset with me if I didn't continue. So I just gotta
Yeah.
continue. And the fact that I'm kind of happy they waited because more blood, animation's way better, and they can, because it's a streaming service now, they don't
Hmm.
have to worry about being safe for TV
Yeah.
kind of
Disney
thing.
Plus. Why? I don't know, but it's on
Hey
Disney
man,
Plus.
all
That's
I
why.
know is finally we got a great merger Crunchyroll versus Funimation.
Yeah.
All anime is gonna be on the same platform. Woo! Disney's like,
Yeah.
give me that.
Competition's good.
And then so they just started buying anime out of nowhere. But
Yeah.
fine, whatever. I have it for now, so it's okay for now. Yeah, so that's my top three, and I want to say honorable mention to Eminence of Shadow because again,
Yeah.
episode one was very like whoa, I don't even know what this is, and then
Alright. And
and then
Trey-kun. I mean, Truck-kun
Chuckin
just
again,
made a guest appearance out of nowhere. Who
and
knew?
then but at the end I was so disappointed. I was like, oh, it's just an isekai. Damn it! But then I kept watching, and I
I,
was like, oh,
it's
it's an isekai with
entertaining.
some edge.
I don't know what his goal is, and I don't remember it, but it's still entertaining. It's like
Oh,
why does he want to be a side character? Why does he want to be a background character? I have no idea why. Why? I don't know why either.
okay, you know what?
Why?
You want to know my biggest confusion?
uh,
At the beginning,
yeah.
when he first saved Alpha, she's like, "What's going on?" He said blatantly, "I made up a story about the devil's whatever
Yeah.
thing."
The
So
bad
then
place,
why is
yeah.
it real?
I don't know.
I
I think I remember what you're talking about. He's like in a river or something, right? Or he's
Yeah,
like
yeah, like when
by a river.
like she was like some weird like blob thing, and then
Yeah,
she
yeah.
saved him, and then she was like, "What my purpose? Blah blah. Why'd you save me?" And then he made up this whole thing to just like make up this
Hmm.
cult or whatever, and then so like then they actually started like searching. Like, do you think they created like the cult by accident? They just like kept the room like creating rumors because they
I
kept
think it's
looking for them,
possible.
and then people are like, "Damn, I want to be part of that. That sounds great."
I think it's possible. Either it's hard to think about because it's kind of like it's kind of dumb.
It is dumb, but I'm like it's one of the most entertaining ones because like he's just like there, and then they'll be like, "Yo, this is gonna happen,"
Yeah.
or he'll just like stumble into a situation, and his whole team are like, "Oh my god, he's so smart to
Right?
be here," and he's just like, "Yeah."
It's like the only reason I can think of that. Like, and he never questioned it. He never was like, "Oh, isn't that the name my name to my random name of whatever it's called?" Like, I don't know why. Like, because I think you would think it would be obvious, right? Like, oh, he only told this person. Clearly, this person said something to someone, and then it was created. Like, I don't know what's going on. But he's also just ridiculously OP, so I don't know why he would care anyways.
Also, like even the etchy parts are actually like they did it in like an
Is it
actual
really
funny.
etchy? Like,
Not really like I mean it's
I
itchy
agree.
just
Yeah,
like it's a harem of women and they have
yeah.
like that one girl who like really wants big boobs so she like keeps on and then like they fall off or get cut off constantly and then she's like nothing happened, right? And everyone's like nope, I didn't see nothing.
That was funny.
Oh my god, like those little things. But
Yeah,
I'm interested to see where it goes.
yeah.
I like watching for entertainment and it's entertaining, so I'm gonna keep going.
He looks exactly like the guy from Sword Art
I like it. I'm starting to
Online.
like this new trend of just like generic ass looking main characters.
Yeah,
I
right.
like it.
Generic, just
I
like
like
no goal, just kind of living. It's
uh,
like slice of life. Isekai.
I like it though, because like back in the day, like main characters are so easily spotted. Like everyone looked like a real
Yeah,
person,
exactly.
and then they would have like red spiky hair,
Well,
and they
the worst part about that and most anime was that like you know who's gonna die. It's
yeah
like oh clearly we know who's safe and who's not. You know,
yeah.
like this guy is just looks like anyone. Is
Now you never know. And there's like legitimate like dark like secret things like the whole that like timid glasses girl
yeah.
person like how her like he saw
Uh,
Shadow kill her dad and then she like freaked out about it and
yeah.
then he's like, "Oh, where are you going?" She's like, "Oh, I'm going over here." Why? She's like, "Can't tell you."
I
Like
think we all know why.
little things she's gonna come back as a villain.
Well, she definitely wants to kill a shadow.
Yeah. That's cool. Like little things like that's cool. So it's like setting up some actual story bits, so it's
Yeah,
definitely gonna be
I don't want to get. I'm trying not to go based off hype anymore because it's failed me in the past. Honestly, I think Fairy Tail did that to me. It was just like, hey, and the worst was that like Fairy Tail was very good at creating hype, and then they just never delivered. And like the other animes I've seen, like not as good as creating hype as Fairy Tail. Like Fairy Tail is talented at creating hype. Like I realized they're just not good at delivering. Not good.
okay. I agree with you. I said we have an hour hard stop.
What is
We're
right now?
20 minutes over
Okay,
friggin'
okay,
time.
okay.
All right. So thank you so much for listening. This is the new and improved Evergreen. You can come back and watch this whenever you want. If you're going back looking for new anime, you're like, what should I watch? And you haven't seen the ones we talked about today, go watch them because
Watch right
everything
now.
we
Go
talked
watch them.
about is good except for Shield Hero.
Yeah,
Everything else we
don't watch
talked
Shield
about is
Hero.
actually good. So even if they're not exceptional, because we had like exceptional, great, and good anime this year, I
Yeah,
would say. So everything we talked about is at least good.
not Shield Hero season 2. Keep that in mind.
And not, oh, we didn't even talk about To Your Eternity
Licorice.
season 2 because that didn't exist either.
Licorice Recoil
Licorice
also.
was actually like, Licorice was okay.
Mm.
That's, he hates it. I think it was okay. Animated well.
It
Okay.
does look very good.
Looks, and it's
It
very
looks very
pretty.
good.
He just
Yeah,
doesn't like cutesy, and
I
they're
don't like
cutesy.
QC very
Uh,
much. Too stylish.
anyways, we're done. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you next week. This is Andre. That's Sean.
That's my name.
Signing off. Good day. Goodbye.
And good
We
riddance.
out. And good riddance. I like that. We're going to do that from now on.